Good morning. It is Wednesday, July 29th, and I'm going to read a verse that is going to seem like it completely has no meaning whatsoever, but it's actually pretty cool. It's 2 Samuel chapter 9, verse 13, and the name is tough to pronounce. So Mephibosheth lived in Jerusalem, for he ate at the king's table regularly. Now, why would I read the first part of verse 13? Why would I do all that? Well, let me tell you something about Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth was Jonathan's son. And of course, David and Jonathan were the best of friends. And Jonathan died on the battlefield. David became king after Saul, Jonathan's father, which would have been Mephibosheth's grandfather. Tradition states that if a new king comes to power, the first thing he does is kill off every single living member of the last king's line. Jonathan had died in battle, basically the same battle that Saul was killed in, and Mephibosheth was the one that was left. David's like earlier in this chapter, is there anyone left in the house of Saul that I could show kindness to because of Jonathan? Now, the interesting thing about Mephibosheth is the last part of verse 13 where it says, now he was lame in both feet. He was never going to be a soldier. He was never going to be somebody that people were going to rally behind in order to overthrow David or the kingdom, or someone running around saying, he's the true king. When you were lame in the feet, you weren't able to walk, you weren't able to battle, and so you were not going to be the kind of person that, right or wrong, the people were going to rally behind. So he wasn't a threat. And so when David saw that Mephibosheth was still alive and that there was a descendant, he returned all of Saul's lands and everything, including the house of Ziba, who was Saul's servant, and all of his children, into Mephibosheth's care, and then had him eat at his table as though one of his own sons, showing this kindness to repay all that Jonathan had done for him. And I always see this and I think about me. Because honestly, in my life, I don't deserve to sit at the table of the king. I don't. I've sinned. I've fallen short on a daily basis. And yet, the Lord sent Christ to die in my place so that I could do just that. So that I could sit down at that table in eternity. So I could be in his presence and be one of his sons. It's kind of an amazing thought when you think about it. The amount of grace that David showed Mephibosheth is a great type, a great foreshadowing of the grace that God shows each one of us through Jesus Christ. Take a moment today and just really think about that grace that you've been shown as a Christian. Be thankful, and then be ready to share it with others. You may find a Mephibosheth out there that you can show grace to. Maybe it's someone who has done something wrong to you or has hurt you in some way. Maybe it's just someone that has been beaten down regularly. Whatever it may be, take the opportunity to show the same grace that you've been given as a Christian. Maybe even share the good news of the gospel of that saving grace to someone who desperately needs it. Don't forget, tonight we have 6:30 Bible studies. We continue Hebrews chapter 6. I look forward to seeing you all there. Have a great day, and we'll see you again.